Alright, let's start this. And let us try to talk like a Khajiit, yes? Alright, this one is going to get the sealed Imperial summons and see what this is all about. This letter bears the seal of Chancellor of the Elders Council of Cyrodiil. Ah, Hopefully right, Kitty. Your exploits have continued to impress. A matter of some urgency has come to my attention. It requires utmost care and unbridled attention. Therefore, you are here. You are summoned to appear before me post haste, so that we may deal with this in a timely fashion. Find me in one of the following locations: the one that belongs to your particular alliance, the Mages Guild, the Daven's Watch, Vulcangard Manor and Treasury, or the Royal Castle in Daggerfall. Do hurry, one of us is not getting any younger. A. Tharn.
Always a pleasure, Tharn. Try not to lose those stones.
What do you think, Tharn?
Well, look who it is. Didn't get enough of my company back in the ruins, huh?
Nope.
By the look on Abner Tharn's face, however, I suppose you're here to see him instead of me. Go ahead. Best not to keep the Emperor's battle mage waiting.
There is no battle mage, or there is no Emperor right now. So what are you doing here anyways?
Same as you, I suppose, business with Abner Tharn. We're pretty much done, though, so the old battle mage is all yours. Probably shouldn't keep him waiting. He gets all cranky if people ignore him.
I think I'll ignore him a little bit more then. Or this one will ignore him a bit more. Does this one have anything that, does this have anything to do with what we, did in Frostvault? And, Garrus Malatar?
You could say that. Remember those stones we found in the ruins? It's a tablet. Tharn thinks he can decipher it. So we settled on a price, and now the Wrath Stone belongs to him. He promised to share his findings, and that suits me just fine.
But this one does not get a cut of that money, No? Let's talk.
Ah, Vestige. How good of you to attend me. Information has come to my attention that could significantly change the future of Tamriel and the Empire. If we're going to take advantage of the situation, we need to leave immediately.
And which situation are we talking about?
A situation that could end the Three Banners War and get Irene, Emmerich, and Yoren to return to their senses. While these children squabble over territory, the common people and the Empire suffer. We have an opportunity and we need to jump on it.
And what kind of opportunity we can end the Alliance War?
In simple terms, I just purchased 2 halves of an ancient tablet, the Wrath Stone. It forms a map that should lead us to a weapon whose existence will force all sides to cease their aggressive behavior. Help me acquire this weapon and end the war.
This one will help you find the weapon so we can use it for the Dominion.
We must hurry. Even now, someone follows me, resisting my best efforts to identify them. While I deal with this threat, I need you to begin the process of locating the triangulants. Without them, the map is worthless.
Triangulants? This is a weird word, yes?
Of course it is. I just invented it. Right now, the map shown on the Wrathstone has no identifying features. Without the triangulants, I have no context by which to read the map. I know a Khajiit lawmaster, however, who can help with that.
And I'm supposed to ask him for the triangulates, this word that you just made up with? And he's going to help us find this ancient weapon?
Each half of the tablet contains part of a map and an inscription. Khanzari and the demon weapon. The key to finding the triangulants resides in that Khajiit myth. We must convince Dagharil Dro to direct us to storytellers who know the legend.
And where do I find the Lawmaster?
Dagharil Dro often wanders the Oredon coast. We need to bring him a gift, however, and I know he's fond of dusk mushrooms. Gather the mushrooms from the ruins of Bawan, then meet me at the Lawmaster's camp. I'll mark the location on your map.
So this one will go get some shrooms so we can you can go hallucinate and tell us about these Khajiit legends, and yes?
I know about a great many things, but Khajiit legends tend to be convoluted. The Lawmaster must direct us to the secret order of storytellers, the Moon Singers. Only they can set us on the correct path. Now, gather the mushrooms for Dagharil Dro.
Oh, before we go, where did you get those beautiful Wrathstones? Maybe a Khajiit helped to get those? Maybe we should be giving them a cut?
An associate alerted me to the two halves of the tablet you helped Thariah uncover from the ruins of Frostvault and Garlus Malatar. I immediately determined it formed a map. Thariah agreed to sell them to me, but the cost was obnoxiously high.
So there's no money left for Khajiit. Oh, so sad. So it's a map. So do you know where we need to find this weapon?
Not exactly. The tablet revealed the place of power where Kunzari hid the demon weapon, but the map isn't complete. It requires triangulants to serve as points of orientation. Without those, it's worthless. That's where the storytellers come in.
And what type of weapon would stop the war,
Written records are silent on the subject, but the tablet indicates that Kunzari hid a demon weapon. That's the best translation I could manage. Demon weapon.
Demon.
I believe it's the same relic Queen Anequina used to end the First War of the Prides.
Queen Nequida? A War of the Prides?
Khajiiti legends, each based on a modicum of truth. Queen Anequina led the most powerful of the 16 Khajiit kingdoms. It even took her name. When the Khajiit fought the First War of the Prides, Queen Anequina used a relic to restore the peace.
Alright, so who is Kunzari?
A mythic hero of the Khajiit. His tales tend to be rather outlandish, so we need to separate the truth from the lies. Once we gather the stories related to Kunzari and the demons, we'll find clues that will lead us to the triangulants.
And you're gonna help this one find the mushrooms, yes?
Menial labor? I think not.
Oh.
But weren't you paying attention? Someone has been following me ever since I decided upon this course of action. Despite my efforts, their identity remains annoyingly elusive. Only a mage of great power could hide from me.
So should this one be worried?
I doubt my stalker has any interest in you. Why do you think I requested your aid? Given your relative unimportance, you should be able to travel unmolested. Once I've dealt with my stalker, I'll join you at Dagariel Dro's camp.
This one will leave you without no thorn to get molested. Have fun.
Ah, Walker. Good tidings and heartfelt salutations. The Garil Dro wonders what brings you to this serene location. This one rarely receives visitors. Wait. Something smells delicious, yes? Do you perhaps carry dusk mushrooms in your pack?
As a matter of fact, this one does have some dust mushrooms just for you.
Dusk mushrooms? For Dagaril Dro? What a kind and generous gift to present to this old bag of fur and bones. Still, even a gift is rarely free. Speak, and this one will listen. Maybe even help if it is within this one's ability to do so.
Stuffy old man Abnothon told me you could direct us to some moonsingers who can recite the secret about tales of Khazari.
Does he now? What else has that old wizard told you? And why does an ancient battle mage care about a secret order of storytellers and a forgotten hero named Kunzari?
Kunzari?
No matter. For dusk mushrooms, this one will tell you almost anything.
Well then here's your dust mushrooms. No, tell this one where you can find them, where we can find the moonsingers,
Oh, these will make wonderful soup. Thank you. 3 moonsingers carried the secret tale of Kunzari and the demon, each a different part. Find a Zargo Longtail at the Redfur Trading Post, Miss Bina at Bandari Trading Post, and Satari in Raurka.
Oh, they're all tradings, this one will go tell Abnofan where to find those moonsingers then. Oh, and here he is just stuck behind us.
I see you made it to the old Lawmaster's camp.
Yep.
Were the dusk mushrooms to his liking?
Yes, he said he knew go to Redfur Trading Post, Bandari Trading Post, and Wakra.
Gratwood, Malabal Tor, and Reaper's March. Not an easy journey, but I can make it more tolerable. Allow me to open a portal to Redfur Trading Post. Track down the first Moonsinger and hear the beginning of Kunzari's tale. I'll be along shortly.
This one will use your portal then.
This portal will transport you to Redfur Trading Post. I'll catch up with you after I pay my respects to old grandfather.
You mean you're going to be drinking with him?
Dagaridro thanks you for the mushrooms, Walker, and wishes you well in your travels. May you and the old wizard find the truth you seek in the tales of Kunzari.
Wait, is he? Oh, he's meditating. Looks like he's got the frickin' two, looks like he got the Madame Guar, like, eating out of his hand.
Kunzari said, "Not by myself, foul demon. I shall gather a Khajiit, a company of heroes. Starting with the Altmer, Nurarian the Perfect, who communes among the buried roots of the alien worms. These are the words, and the words are true.
Don't say.
This one recognizes a lover of stories when he sees one. Care to hear another tale?
Ah, Draggle Dro sent me. Or sent this one. This one needs to learn the story of Khazari and the demons.
Old grandfather sent you. Interesting. This one can only tell you what he knows, and Azargo only knows the beginning of the story. That is the way of things concerning the great stories and the secrets they hold. Are you sure you want to hear it?
Yes, please tell me the beginning of the story then.
In the time before time, when the 16 kingdoms were barely more than 16 tribes, the great hero Kunzari went on many adventures. After Kunzari defeated the giant Droll by consuming 401 moon sugar pies,
401.
he met a demon.
Demon? Like a Daedra?
No, a different kind of demon. Now be quiet and listen.
Okay.
The demon said, "My brothers and I shall take this land and its treasures, even the moons from the sky." Kunzari objected, but the demon laughed. "You cannot stop us, little cat thing."
What did Khazari do?
Kunzari said, "Not by myself, foul demon. I shall gather a Khajiit, a company of heroes, starting
Khajiit.
with the Altmer, Nurarian the Perfect, who communes among the buried roots of the alien worms. These are the words, and the words are true."
So an Altma named Noreen the Perfect communes with the buried roots of the alien worms. So a necromancer, it sounds like, Thank you, Moonsuga. Dinga. And a little book to read there as well.
What an interesting story. If only I could shake my shadow as easily as Kunzari does, well, anything. At least now I know where to find the first triangulant.
First triangulant, the word you made up?
Yes, the triangulant.
Word you
The
made
first
up?
reference point that will allow us to use the map and locate the weapon. We must proceed with caution, however. My unknown follower utilizes a magic I cannot penetrate. I need to conserve my energy, just in case.
This one thinks you're concerned a lot about molestation and penetration there, Thon. Alright, so what does one need to go to find the first location for the map point? AKA the thing you call triangulate.
The location was spelled out in the Moonsinger's story. The verse concerning Nurarian the Perfect. It's as clear as the sky on a cloudless day. Among the buried roots of the Alien worms. It refers to a place I know well. Wormroot Depths.
One steps. I think I've been on this place already.
Your memory is excellent. We explored the place while looking for Sai Sahan. Somewhere in Wormroot Depths, the ancient Khajiit hid a reference point that will get us one step closer to finding the weapon. I'll meet you there.
This one will meet you in the Wormroot Depths then. Oh, you have something else to say?
Make your way to Wormroot Depths and look for anything that appears to be Khajiiti in origin. I'll join you there after I deal with our mysterious follower.
You still haven't dealt with them yet. You're not going to. New Moon's Chamber. of weird that it's so green inside of a cave that's underground, isn't it? Anyone else think about that? Like green usually indicates sun, but
certainly wasn't this. The ancient Khajiit really want us to work to uncover the triangulant.
Does this really work? Or is it just like a stupid puzzle that they decided they needed because reasons? Kunzari and the full moons.
Examine the moons on each statue.
Oh crap. When Joan and Joan were at the fullest, facing empty sky, Kunzari will see the path to knowledge. These are the words, and the words are true. It said full moon.
Fascinating. It must have something to do with the direction of the light.
Facing empty skies.
Pretty ingenious for a bunch of ancient cats. Why don't you see what's in the chest before we head to the Bandari trading post?
Ancient Khajiit chest. Moonsinger triangulate. Why is it called triangulate? He just made this word up. A tile containing a coordinate to unlock a map to a hidden weapon that Adrathard seeks. Alright.
Come along. I can't maintain this portal indefinitely.
Please do. He's just a pita. We reduced a mighty battle mage into a portal mage. This is his life now, just opening portals back and forth for people. He's basically retired from his service and is now an Uber driver. A fantasy Uber driver. Oh, look at all of these people.
Kunzari said, because two shall become three, annoying demon. As soon as this one rescues Flinthel's demon hunter from the alien lair of creeping ebony plants. These are the words, and the words are true.
True.
Ms. Bina hopes that you and your friend enjoyed this story. Is there anything else that this one can do for you?
Drogo Drolo said to me, this one needs to learn about the story of Kunzari and the demon.
The lore master? This one hasn't talked to him in a long time. Ms. Bina only knows the second part of the story. That is how the Moonsingers maintain the secrets of the great tales. Would you like to hear the story again?
Yes, tell me the part of your story.
In the time before time, when the 16 kingdoms were young and like kittens at play, the great hero Kunzari gathered the company of champions to combat the demon and his brothers. They had come to Elsweyr to steal the moons from the sky.
That's ominous.
Ominous? Oh, indeed. With Nurarian already at his side, Kunzari turned his attention to the next champion he planned to recruit. The power of the moons will be ours, little cat thing, taunted the demon. How can two possibly hope to stop many?
So what does Kunzari do?
Kunzari said, because two shall become three, annoying demon. as soon as this one rescues Blenthil Demon Hunter from the alien lair of creeping ebony plants. These are the words, and the words are true.
Ah, thank you, Moon Sugar Singer. Moon Sugar. Just to point out as well, I really like this outfit. I'm hoping they're gonna put it on sale once the once Elsweyr comes out. It kind of resembles what I've done with mine already, and I'm just kind of happy I actually have something that's like almost lore based, just by what I designed. Wait, that was in the lore? There we go. Hey, Abner.
You know, the legend of Kunzari is more interesting than I remember. It must be Moonsinger Mizbina's delivery. Marginally entertaining. She made the location of the next triangulant quite clear to one of exceptional intellect, such as myself.
So you figured out where the next location for the map can be found, hmm?
Of course. Only the nearby Blackvine ruins could be referred to as the alien lair of creeping ebony plants.
How convenient.
I never cared for carnivorous vegetation. I'll meet you in the ruins after I make one more attempt to catch my elusive stalker.
Oh, so someone is following you, hmm?
Yes, and with brazen impunity. I almost caught my stalker here at the trading post before they slipped away in the crowd. They're like an insect buzzing around my head that I can't quite swat. Someone with that level of power concerns me greatly.
Well, good luck with that. I'll meet you in the ruins if you're still alive. You hope they do it right. Oh. Like I already said, I'm kind of bothered by these caves, but...
Puzzle. At least the ancient Khajiit were consistent.
Alright, sorry. Like I said, I was...
Examine that stone plaque, will you? Any clue will be helpful.
Can I Spock? Can this one talk Nabnathon? One thing I am kind of bothered about, though, is the greenery that are in these caves. Just such little light. It feels really off to me. Kunzari and the Dark Moons. Sometimes knowledge can only be found in the dark. The fading moon gives way to the empty sky.
Knowledge can only be found in the dark. Could that refer to the new moons?
I think it's that one, but I think it's one of the, fading, I think this one. There we go. Nope. Is this one then?
Ignore any statues displaying a full... Adequately done. Now, collect the triangulant and let's be on our way. Come along. I can't maintain this portal indefinitely.
Alright, so that is fading and that is upcoming. Got it. Next Rokra. You gonna set up your stream? Okay, man. Make sure if you're not feeling well though, Hamburger, take a break. Something I had trouble doing for a long time. Let us see who is looking for us here.
Then Kunzari turned to the rest of his Krajun. One more we need. A Khajiit queen of renown. A Nequina sharp-tongue. Who loves to bask in the glow of the big moon when she reflects and thinks deep thoughts. These are the words, and the words are true.
I just have to talk with Satori.
Satari is new to the art of storytelling, so forgive her if she isn't as interesting as she should be. She will improve. Of this she is sure.
Dragon Joro sent me. This one needs to learn. Needs to learn the story of Kunzari in the deep.
Old grandfather, the lore master? Satari has heard of him, but has never met him. She was made a moon singer by the previous storyteller to guard the third part of that ancient tale. Since you arrived so late, should Satari tell the story again?
Yes, please tell me about your story.
In the time before time, when the 16 kingdoms roamed with wild abandon, the hero, Kunzari, gathered champions to deal with a terrible demon and his horde. With Norarian the Perfect and Flintdale Demon Hunter, he sought a third companion.
Who is the third companion then,
Patience! Satari is getting to that part. The demon said, "Oh, little cat thing, you amuse us. How can 3 tiny morsels ever stand against us?" Kunzari laughed. "Ha! We may be tiny, but we are persistent, and tricky too, as you will see."
And what did Kunzari do?
Then Kunzari turned to his Krajun. One more we need. A Khajiit queen of renown. A Nequina sharp-tongue who loves to bask in the glow of the big moon when she reflects and thinks deep thoughts. These are the words, and the words are true.
Thank you, Munsuga. Singer. Aquina Sanctum. That was the Khajiit queen of their first era, wasn't it? The one that ended it all with a huge weapon.
This new moon singer shows a modicum of promise, but she hasn't yet reached her full potential. Still, the story was interesting, and it points us toward the final triangulant required to make use of the map.
So you know what the final location is then,
Oh yes, the moon singer made it quite clear. Her tale points to an old shrine not far from here known as Jode's Light, the big moon referenced in the story. Once we collect the final triangulant, I'll be able to use the map to find the weapon.
And, so how are we going to use this? How is this one going to use this weapon to end the war? How are you not going to just use it for yourself?
Still don't trust me? Neither do I. I know what I'm capable of. I'm no better than the fools that lead the alliances. That's why we'll only use the weapon to get them to the negotiating table. Diplomacy works best when facilitated by a big stick.
So far in this conversation, we talked about molestation, penetration, and now big sticks. If you say so, this one will meet you at George Light. Oh, Maria.
Please, a moment of your time. I need to speak to you about Abner Thorn.
So you are the one who's been following him,
My intentions are honorable, I assure you. I am Kamira, agent for the Speaker of the Main. When we learned about Abner Thorn sought the same weapon as Euraxia, the Speaker sent me to intervene.
Who is Euraxia?
Euraxia Tarn, Abnur's cruel half-sister. She conquered my home city of Rimen and proclaimed herself its queen. If she gets her hands on the weapon, Elsweyr's suffering will increase 1,000-fold.
Abner Tharn never mentioned there's a sister involved.
I do not think they get along. From my observations, Abner seeks the weapon for peaceful ends, but this is a delusion. It is too powerful, too evil. We must convince Abner to find the weapon before Euraxia does and destroy it. That is the only way.
Who is this speaker of the main?
That would be my master, Garashri. The main can't be everywhere, so Garashri travels and speaks for the main. I suppose you could say I am the speaker's speaker. At least, I am his eyes and ears in this situation.
And who is the main?
A new main was recently selected. Kali is now the spiritual leader of the Khajiit.
So how many agents does the main have now in Termia?
Oh, such a question. You do not really expect me to answer that, do you? I will say this, however. There is no one else in Tamriel quite like me.
Not even less? Alright, why not talk to Admathan directly about destroying the weapon?
Tharn believes he knows best. He will not listen to me. I am not sure he will even accept your counsel. But you have to try. At first, I thought Tharn was working with Euraxia. From what I have seen, his mission of peace is sincere, just misguided.
But why is it misguided?
In every way. How can something of such power be used safely to stop a war? It cannot. When you require a breeze, you do not summon a tornado. We must reach the item before Euraxia and then destroy it. That is the only option.
So how were you able to avoid Abnathan's detection?
Are you always so direct with your questions?
Yes.
Oh, very well. Perhaps a bit of honesty will convince you of my intentions. Before my parents died, they gave me a pendant. It blocks all forms of magical detection.
A very powerful artifact and an unusual sort of gift.
It helps me in my role as agent for the Speaker of the Main. And that is all I will say on this matter. We must focus on finding the item before Euraxia Tharn. I will help you do this, and then we will destroy it.
This one will go try to convince Tharn, but he is going to be stubborn about it. Into Joe's Light we go. Come on, load. There we go.
I find it fitting that the final triangulant awaits us in a Khajiiti ruin.
That made up word you made.
I'm beginning to question my own magnificence, if you can imagine such a thing. Despite multiple attempts, I still haven't been able to identify or catch the damnable prowler who has been following me. It's really becoming quite irksome.
I met her shed already. Her name is Carmilla. Agent for the Speaker of the Main.
A Khajiit? Why would the Speaker of the Main send a powerful wizard to hound me so?
This one does not think she's a mage. But she wants us to help. She wants to help us get the weapon before Raxia does.
My half-sister? They're aware of her interest in this? Destroy my
wait.
chance to...
No, fuck. Doctor.
Well, what say you?
Damn it!
Do you agree with the Speaker's agent, or do you have a modicum of intelligence and compassion? Don't you see? We need to end this bloody conflict one way or another.
I missed that other dialogue. God damn it, Tharn. The weapon is too dangerous, as Chimera says. And honestly, those blowhards are not going to listen even if we have a weapon, so destroy it, please.
That's fear talking. We can end a terrible war if we get to the weapon before my despicable half-sister. I shall see this through. I have to. I'd appreciate your help, but I can't force you. We can discuss destroying the weapon after we end the war.
Well, we at least agree that we have to go get the weapon before Araxia. Let us go find this location item thing. Full moon chamber. Ooh, table snake. Hello, table snake. What are you doing there, huh?
With luck, we'll gather the last triangulant and be done with ancient ruins.
Alright, let's just read. Khajiit and the moons. Khajiit and the blank blank moons. Probably the full moons. Khajiit, blank blank blank, mirrored full, blank blank, saw, blank, the lions glared, blank blank, other across, blank blank, sky. Oh, that's not very helpful. Can you help? Probably not.
Some of the words have been chipped away. See what you can make of it.
Nope. We're gonna take the two full ones at least.
Some of these moon tiles are identical. Try different combinations of the mirrored pairs.
Full moons?
I hardly doubted you. Now grab the final triangulant and let's return to my camp in Grotto. Come along. I can't maintain this portal indefinitely.
Saying that, but you keep on doing it.
Once you know where to look, the location becomes perfectly obvious. Come, let's talk.
Alright, let's talk.
With your assistance, we gathered the 3 triangulants that allowed me to decipher the map formed by the Wrathstone tablet. I now know that the demon weapon resides in the halls of Colossus, along the southern coast of Elsweyr.
Halls of Colossus,
An ancient structure whose purpose and origin is clouded in legend. Some believe it contains the dwarven Numidium, which could be the weapon we seek. I've chartered a wagon to get us to the coast. Then a boat will take us the rest of the way.
So, do you think this one will, do you think this Chimera will continue to follow us then?
Honestly, I don't give a skeever's ass. She may have been able to track me when I wasn't attempting to conceal our movements, but I made sure to... It appears this Chimera is more capable than I anticipated.
She found us, didn't she?
The halls of Colossus? Arrogant Imperial. Without my assistance, you will never survive that place.
Away with you, cat. It falls upon me to end this accursed war.
So you can declare yourself Emperor? I think not. I will accompany you to find and destroy the weapon.
Emperor has never been my ambition. Join us if you want. Just don't get in my way.
The halls of Colossus and a demon weapon. By Joan and Jode, no good can come from any of this. I will help you find the item and make sure Euraxia does not attain it. But then it must be destroyed. That is the only option.
I like that, bro. So calming.
Surprisingly clever, those ancient Khajiit. An old tablet, oral histories disguised as fables, and sophisticated triangulant tiles, all pointing to one location, the Halls of Colossus. The abhorrent Three Banners War is practically over.
Are you alright with the nice little cat that he accompanying us then? Hmm?
The cat can do as she pleases. Based on the skills she has already demonstrated, however, I'm not averse to having her along. Just realize that I plan to utilize the weapon despite her protestations. Now take this.
Protestations. Another made-up word. Is that a made-up word? Sounds like it. Hey,
Halls
honey.
of Colossus. A place as mysterious as it is ancient. I never imagined I'd have a reason to seek it out, let alone explore it. Let's hope the item we pursue lives up to my expectations, and that we reach it before my half-sister Euraxia.
Euraxia. Does sound like a villain name. This one knows you want to end the war, but what does Euraxia hope to accomplish with it? Hmm?
A few years ago, my deplorable sibling broke protocol and conquered a portion of Elsweyr. I assume she wants the weapon to secure her territory and increase the size of her holdings. Euraxia's ruthlessness is exceeded only by her ambition.
So it does not bother you that you're opposing your own sister, hmm?
Half-sister, and I have no hesitation in this regard. To best Euraxia, however, we need to reach the Halls of Colossus ahead of her. Give me and Chimera a moment to negotiate an accord we can both live with, then meet us by the wagon I chartered.
Alright, this one will go to the wagon while you two argue.
Take care of any outstanding business you may have as quickly as possible. I want to depart for the Halls of Colossus and find the weapon as soon as we can.
Remind me again, why are we looking for this weapon?
The legends call it the Demon Weapon. From what we discovered by researching the Khajiit stories, it's hidden in the Halls of Colossus. I want to use the weapon to end the insipid Three Banners War. Chimera, meanwhile, just wants to destroy it.
And what are the Halls of Colossus?
The Halls of Colossus are a place of myth and legend. Personally, I thought it was lost to history until I acquired the tablet. The true purpose of the ancient structure may never be known, but at some point, it became a storehouse for the weapon.
And who is this Chimera? Hmm?
Chimera is the woman who has been shadowing me this entire time.
Don't say.
Apparently, she works for the Speaker of the Main, the spiritual leader of the Khajiit people. She wants to keep the weapon out of the hands of my half-sister Euraxia, and I concur.
And you have a half-sister? You haven't heard this before?
Yes, Euraxia Tharn. She proclaimed herself queen of the Khajiit city of Rimmon a few years ago. Now I assume she's after the weapon so she can expand her little empire. It's no wonder the Speaker of the Main sent an agent to stop her.
But what do the Khajiit stories have to do with the demon weapon?
It was those stories that helped us discover the weapon's hiding place. It seems that a Khajiit hero, Kunzari, defeated the demons and hid their weapon in the Halls of Colossus. Obviously, we're seeing the myths, not the truth behind them.
So you're saying the stories are not true?
Well, of course they are, from a certain point of view. Every myth and legend contains a modicum of truth. The trick is deciphering the allegories and metaphors, stripping away the poetry, to find the history hidden beneath the illusions.
So there really is a demon weapon.
I have no doubt that there's something hidden in the Halls of Colossus. Something powerful enough to not only attract my attention, but to enthrall my half-sister Euraxia. What form the weapon takes, well, we'll just have to see.
Chimera?
What is the delay? We should leave for the halls of Colossus immediately. We must get to the weapon before Euraxia's forces do.
Alright, we'll rush, but it would have helped if you had shown yourself before. Just told us where this place was. Just saying. Off we go. These vast subterranean vaults are still in southern Elsweyr since before the beginning of recorded history. No one knows better who built. But no one knows who built them. At least one section of the halls seems to have been occupied or used by parties. Not Iliad.
These ruins are not empty. Your friends have come this way. I can smell them.
Euraxia's soldiers are not my friends, Cat. I will not allow them to seize the weapon.
So you say, but will you really oppose your sister?
Half-sister, and I oppose anyone who adds to the woes of the Empire.
This isn't good.
Was that an earthquake?
Stay vigilant and look for a way inside.
Abner Tharn and the Wrathstone, just as Queen Euraxia predicted.
Queen? I see my demented half-sister is still full of herself.
My queen sends her love, and this poison gas.
To me, before the gas takes you.
Lovely poison gas.
Necromancer, deal with these scum.
Necromancer.
Undead. Keep them
Euraxia's
away
picked
from
you,
Tharn.
old wizard.
I see a
You
panel.
brought the
Hold them
Wrathstone
off.
here. Its magic will unlock the vault.
You don't
We
say.
have an endless supply of
That
undead,
takes
you
care of the
fools.
poison.
Relish your victory while you can. We'll reach the weapon before you.
It gets to
Well
you.
done, Cat. I barely regret your presence now. We need to get that door open.
Thard says thank you in the most beautiful of ways.
My half-sister has stooped to employing necromancers. How distasteful. No matter. We need to open this door and deal with Captain Calcivius and his soldiers. Interesting. What's with all the dragon imagery, I wonder?
What did Captain Kevius mean when he said he broke the seal?
That rumble when we entered. Somehow the Wrathstone I carry triggered a mechanism of some sort. It started a process that will eventually open the vault and permit access to the weapon. That's my assumption, in any event.
And what about all this dragon imagery?
Look around. Some sort of dragon decorates nearly every surface. While ancient, the carvings were clearly added after the halls were first constructed. Well, that's a mystery for later. Right now, we need to beat Euraxia's soldiers to the weapon.
Or later, huh? Euraxia knew you had the Wrathstone.
It appears I've stumbled into another one of my half-sister's nefarious schemes. I need to be more careful about that. Still, I don't think Euraxia counted on Chimera's presence. That works to our advantage. Just don't tell the cat I said that.
Don't tell her that you're actually happy she's here. Aw. That's what she's Andre. Is there any way to stop the process?
Stop the process? Why in Oblivion's name would we want to do that? No. We just need to reach the vault and retrieve the weapon before Euraxia's soldiers do. Now go and examine that puzzle. It appears much the same as the ones you dealt with earlier.
You got to say Chimera,
Euraxia's soldiers were here long enough to turn some of the hull's own defenses against us. We need to be on our guard, Walker.
So how did you know the panel would stop the flow of poison gas?
One ancient ruin is much like another, and I have spent a lot of time exploring places such as this. To be honest, I took an educated guess. Luckily, Jode's light shined upon us, and my guess proved true.
So you saved us through luck. Oh. Do you think there are going to be more traps to deal with?
Most assuredly. Unless the Euraxians blunder into them first. But I do not think we can count on that. They figured out how to turn the gas against us after all. First things first, however. We need to find a way to open that door.
Any suggestions how we open the door?
Many ancient Khajiit puzzles utilize reflected light. The mechanism to unlock the door appears to be tied to one such puzzle. If you can find a way to reflect the light to the door, I believe it will open.
Right. Twitch is being really messed up. It doesn't surprise me. Twitch has been kind of laggy lately anyways. That panel's not working, so let's take a look at this one. Silvers and the dark sky. The silvers of moon and the dark sky combine to open a path to ascension. The slivers. So, probably that. And that. And that.
That did it! Hurry, this way! Necromancers. Only your sister would ally with such abominations.
Half-sister. And who's to say the necromancer isn't the captain's pet?
Regardless, Euraxia apparently wants you dead.
I have that effect on people, especially my relatives.
Getting down there.
What now, mage?
Isn't it obvious? Down.
Down?
It appears to be the only way.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna open a portal for us to go down? Huh? Huh? You're just gonna stand there, huh? Alright. Thanks.
You could have waited for my portal. Never mind.
I waited for it. I waited for it. You didn't cast it in time. Go through there. Go up and around.
You think the dragon imagery is significant, wizard?
Of course. Why else sculpt them on nearly every surface?
Maybe whoever lived here simply liked dragons, yes?
Do they like bad dragons? Is that what this is? They had a dragon fetish and they just decided to put it up all over the walls?
Find the captain and end this.
I'm well aware of the stakes, Cat. Try to run faster.
Imperials! You think Joan and Jode shine only upon you?
Solve the left puzzle, solve the right puzzle. Okay, so, Jones Blessing.
Another light puzzle? Well, go solve it. Time waits for no one, not even Abner Tharn.
Jove's light shines upon those who make an effort to change their lives. It ignores those who are content with being full or resigned to being empty.
You did it! Now solve the other side.
Jones Blessing. A closed eye emits no light. Only a slitted eye or an open eye can see the path to knowledge.
The door is open. Come, hurry! Stop!
What now, Cat? Have you forgotten that we're in a hurry?
These reliefs, they tell the story of Kunzari and the demons.
Those aren't demons. They're dragons.
Jode's light! The dragons are the weapon! Euraxia wants to release dragons!
Damn it all. I have no use for dragons. Come on, let's put a stop to this.
So let us take a look. Oh, dragons. I wonder if we're going to get the house that's going to be decorated with dragons. So, first, see dragons sitting up top of everything, burning everything. Then we see Kunzari. Looks like he's enslaving dragons. He's fighting them. He's chaining them up. Very kinky. Then he's leading them into a kennel. So he's probably taking them to the vet. Then he gets stabbed by an Imperial. And that's where we're at this shrine here. So he was trying to take the dragons to the vet and then got stabbed in the back along the way. And the dragons are upset because they never got their checkups. There's the story in a nutshell, guys. They did a good job on the decorations. They did. This is very nice reliefs.
Damn stupid doors! Why won't you open?
Stop! You
Queen
will not
Euraxia
release
wants
those
those
beasts.
dragons! One way or another!
Stand back. I'll use the Wrathstone to restore the seal.
Hurry, wizard! You must hurry!
Seal! Damn you! Seal!
Well,
I think that did it.
nope.
Now what?
Honey.
Brothers, we are free!
Dark moons, get down!
That's not a good thing, is it?
Dragons! You released them into Elsweyr!
I was trying to stop that from happening. The blame falls squarely on Captain Calcevius. I'm quite certain.
He was working for your sister!
Half-sister. But let's finish this back at my camp. Come along. I can't maintain this portal indefinitely.
Where does that go? Kind of curious about these symbols too. Abnathon's camp. Oh, Abner. All right, Abner, what do you have to say for yourself?
That could have turned out better. At least we stopped my half-sister from seizing control of the imprisoned dragons. That's something, I suppose. Of course, this delays my plan to end the Three Banners War, last it all.
You're gonna take responsibility, though, right?
Everything garishly sent me to prevent has occurred. I knew going to the halls of Colossus was a mistake. Now dragons are loose and elsewhere. At least we stopped Euraxia's soldier. I suppose that counts for something.
And what do you think Captain Cavius is trying to do?
Other than set the dragons free? I have no idea. Luckily, we stopped him from completing it, whatever he hoped to accomplish. I wonder if Abner knew about the dragons. If his plan all along was to release them into Elsweyr.
Well, Abner was trying to reseal that vault, so he was trying to stop it at least a little bit.
After he set the whole troublesome event in motion, if Abner had never acquired the Wrathstone, if he had never figured out the location of the ruins, Jode's light, if he had never taken the damn tablet there, none of this would be happening.
And Euraxia's soldiers hit the road before us, so they would have broken it eventually.
They would have... Ah! I should not push these angry thoughts in your direction. All I know is that a lot of dragons escaped from an ancient prison.
About 4.
And now they are loose and elsewhere. My people, they must be warned.
We will figure something out, yes? Abner, what are you gonna say?
That could have turned out better.
Yep.
At least we stopped my half-sister from seizing control of the imprisoned
Isn't the
dragons.
Dragon's
That's
Return
something,
kind
I
of a big
suppose.
deal?
I should say so. As destructive as the accursed war is, a rampaging horde of enraged dragons, well, it doesn't quite compare, does it? If we can contain the dragons in Elsweyr, that would certainly be for the best.
So do you have a plan to deal with such dragons?
Right at this exact moment? No. No. But I will figure something out by the time I reach Elsweyr and consult with Garish Ree. The Speaker of the Main needs to be informed, and I must have words with my despicable half-sister.
Speaking of a Euraxia-thon, how did both of you wind up with it, or how did you both wind up with the 5 for a hidden weapon,
About that. In hindsight, I suspect the tip I received about the Wrathstone came from Euraxia. She knew I wouldn't be able to resist such a lure. She played me. That doesn't occur often, and it has put me all out of sorts. I hate being tricked.
So, what does this one do about it,
For now, help the Khajiit prepare for the dragon invasion, and take this as recompense for your service. In the meantime, I have plans to formulate and arrangements to make. When the moment to deal with the dragons comes, I will contact you.
Mm-hmm. Dragons.
I need to return to Elsweyr and explain all this to Garish Ree. It is not a conversation I look forward to. Perhaps the annoying old wizard will accompany me. It would serve him right to take the brunt of the Speaker of the Main's displeasure.
Abner?
Keep an eye out for a letter or a messenger or some such. As soon as I'm ready to head to Elsweyr and move against the dragons, I'll be in touch. You have a particular knack that has served me well. I plan to utilize it again when the time is right.
Alright, this one will come along. Captain Cavius, by now I assume you have reached the ruins of Hollis Colossus. With the Ratstone tablet in my despicable half-brother's possession, we will have to rely on other sources to locate the ruins. Luckily, we had the resources of Rimmel Palace at our disposal, which is why you were able to beat Abner to the hidden location. From this point on, it's imperative that you follow the plan I outlined for you and your team exactly and without any deviation. Allow me to reiterate my exact orders. I know how you prefer to improvise while you're in the battlefield. Resist those urges and do as I say. You can access the ruins and wait for Abner to arrive. My half-brother will be allowed to enter the halls of Colossus with Ratstone. Once Abner carries Ratstone over the threshold of the ruins, it should trigger a process that will unlock the vault containing the demon weapon. After that, I don't care what happens to Abner or any associates that he might be traveling with. Just make sure that you reach the vault and secure the weapon before a bothersome half-brother gets his hand on it. Bear in mind, I have only the most superficial understanding about how the tablet works, or how long the process to unlock the ancient vault will take. When it does, there may be a final guardian of some sort. There might be a final guardian of some sort they'll have to deal with. Try not to use up all your soldiers or necromancers before that occurs. I'm counting on Cavius. Do not disappoint me. Araxia, Queen of Rimmon.